Oh, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to a special holiday hot sauce extravaganza. I'm Larry Monkey, baby. You can find me on Twitter at FF Larry Monkey. Let me turn the volume down on the game.
Yeah, you got to mute that sucker.
I got him muted, baby.
We don't need Twitter shutting us down.
Oh, you know who that is? That is the deer killer, the deer poacher, the deer murderer.
Whoa. Poaching. No, we don't do that now. I'm on the up and up. I do things legal.
You never poached anything?
That's not true. I have poached a deer.
Ah, ha, ha.
Yep.
So
My last-
the deer poacher.
My last time I ever hunted with my dad, I poached a deer.
Oh,
I just had a general hunting license. The plan wasn't for me to shoot one, but then we were hunting together and we did our thing. So I have no shame about that one.
all right.
And I might have shot some squirrels when I was a kid.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was a stupid kid, just shooting squirrels with BB guns.
Well, at least you didn't like drown them or anything like inhumane.
Well, I wasn't trying to torture them. I wasn't trying to torture them. Holy crap! I was a twisted kid, but not that twisted.
That's the Mississippi hippie at Run DFF. Justin Rogers.
It's our holiday live show.
Yeah, man.
Live
We're gonna,
days before Christmas.
Hopefully we can get some friends on. Oh, who's that? See, it's just somebody not wearing his hot sauce
It's the
t-shirt.
California redneck is what it is.
Uh-oh.
Got the Mississippi hippie and the California redneck.
He's the muted I don't know.
There we go.
Muted almond nut man. Almonds are nuts, right? They count as
Yes,
nuts,
they are.
right?
Yes, yeah. That's correct, Larry. We're proud of you.
Congrats, Larry.
What's up, Ruben?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good. Ruben at Superflex DGen.
Speaking of almonds, I love the super hot ones. You know you have to know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have like the different flavors. Who makes those?
So Diamond. That's my co-op I sell to.
Yeah, I have some ghost peppers up in the
black
pantry right now.
The black container.
Yes.
Yeah, and look, if you're going to talk almonds, we got our almond expert here.
That's right.
He'll be on the same page.
Superflex DGen.
Recently, Ruben, what's been going on, man?
Trying to survive, man. These.
Do you have any skin in the game tonight?
I think if Skowronek and Baker go off, I might lose a matchup, but I'm not too worried about that.
Oh yeah, you look pretty good. It's Baker.
Other than that, no. Everything's pretty much done. I either lost or either got smoked or smoked someone. That's what I felt like this week was.
Well, Deontay Foreman smoked you. Right?
Oh, what league was that? DDL4?
Yeah, I wasn't in the playoffs anyways. So
that was prior to you throwing in the towel.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yes. No, I did advance. Looks like I will advance in DDL3, so that'll be nice.
Well, I was telling Larry I went 0 for 4 this week.
Ooh.
Thankfully, I had some buys because losing 4 I did this last year too. I lost every matchup on opening weekend.
How's your HQ1? Did you survive there, or were you bye week?
No, I was not a bye week. I scored the most points.
He is a loser.
I scored the most points in the league and ended up playing in the first round.
Ouch.
Well, when you're starting Ryan Tannehill,
I had to start him this week too. I had to start him in a league that I lost Kyler.
Yeah,
and I'm probably gonna. That's the league that if Skowronek and Baker go off, that I'll lose.
Yeah,
and I lost. So I was starting Hurts and Ryan and Tannehill this week. Well, now I'm fucked because Hurts is gonna be out next week.
Yep,
Hurts is out next week.
Yes, that is the news on the street. Word on the street is that he is unlikely to play.
They're not going to play him.
Shoulder sprain.
Wow.
Well, they got
to win one game in the next whatever to tie up first base.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's feeling pretty safe.
That standard league I'm in, that standard Yahoo league I'm in, which I started Jeff Driscoll in the tight end spot this week.
Nice.
Yeah, that really paid off. I have the Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown stack.
Oh, yeah,
So I've been crushing
Gardner Minshew for you, buddy.
I just crushed again this week. So I'm advancing to week 16. And then I'm now learning that I'm not going to have Jalen Hurts, who's like a lock for 25 points a game.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. I mean, I have 3 Jalen Hurts, but only one of them was in the playoffs because I got them like throughout the season a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm gonna go past second round, which sucks.
Well, you know what, Zach Wilson.
I don't want to guarantee a loss.
Maybe I'll plug him in instead of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that'll help you lose.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, man. Jaguars, Thursday night game.
Yeah, even more so.
What you need is Zach Wilson on a short week. He's terrible off an entire offseason. Now he's
not Brock Purdy, man. He can't do what he can on a short week like Brock can.
Hold on. So we got to talk about Justin trading a 24 first for Ryan Tannehill.
When? Like
Saturday.
Ooh, ouch. In HQ1?
Right before they carted him off.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. I'm sitting there going, seriously? I got 0.28 from him and he's getting carted off?
Didn't he come back, though?
Up to 24
right?
first.
He did come back, and he ended up getting about
like
13
nine.
points.
Yeah, I got like 9 points.
Yeah, I ended up losing by like 20 something or 30. I don't know. I think he might have a guy going. I stopped attention. So
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
Cam Akers right now. Losing to Greggles, who got just a miracle game out of Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
To 26 points.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, when Miles Sanders gets you 5, Devontae Adams gets you 7.3.
Yeah.
Fryermuth throws up a donut. Andrews gets you 7.8 and Hollywood gets you 5.9. You're not winning a lot of games that way. Like that's a lineup. That's like 4 or 5 guys there that should have 70, 80 points. And they got me probably 20, 25.
When you get 70 points out of 2 guys, you got to expect to win. And
the Raiders are really good at giving Adams like 3 catches in the first half and then not looking at him for the rest of the second half. A few games now. Freaking retarded.
Good stuff, man. But Greggles had a good game, but he loses Jonathan Taylor in the process. So,
I mean,
we were the weakest matchup by a lot.
But like, it was Taylor. If you win with what Taylor did this week, who cares? Kind of deal. Taylor has.
He gets to plug in Antonio Gibson, so it's not like he has nobody.
Well, he's got Antonio Gibson and Cam Akers instead of Jonathan Taylor, and it doesn't matter who else.
Yeah.
Now it's
what he's going to need is he's going to need some weak. I don't even know who he's going to end up playing, but he's going to play Wishnack because he's the 6th seed.
Wow.
And the winner of Shane and McNasty, Dylan.
That's going on right now, back and forth, isn't it?
Well, it's not really back and forth. It's
not close, is it?
Dylan's about 5 points up.
There's not much going on.
Doesn't Shane need? What's Shane need? Watson or who?
Watson
just had a catch.
Yeah, and Shane has been desperate for a championship in this league. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's been making moves, man. I applaud him for making moves.
Shane's always making moves, man.
Watson just got a nice little 17-yard catch, so that's going to put this. This does have first down bonuses.
Yes.
So which that's like a 2.5 point catch. If it's 17 yards or so, I just glanced up and saw it.
Right now, Shane is down 2 points, and it's Watson versus Higbee.
Yeah.
I'd take the Watson side on that.
So it's looking like the Watson side will prevail because Higbee is he's just hit a dry spell.
He's just trash.
You know what he's hit? He's hit a Baker Mayfield is what he's hit.
Well, no, come on.
He was trash before that. Wolford.
Yeah, exactly. He
Bryce Perkins.
Yeah,
and he had a really nice start to the season.
Well, yeah,
he did.
First 5 games, his targets is 11, 9, 4, 14, 10, and then it was down just.
I believe I sold him in the Hot Sauce League when he had a nice start because I was trying to not have anybody of name recognition. I mean, Noah Brown was my big scorer this week. Oh, actually, CJ Uzama outscored him by almost a point.
How about CJ Uzama getting it going?
Yeah, 2 touchdown catches.
Mad at him.
I mean, he's somebody you're never going to start.
Hey,
Zach Wilson yourself, the fantasy value of everybody else on the team.
Yes, I can't. So I got to run something by you guys. I'm in the Dynasty Warzone listener league, and I just crushed first week of the playoffs, and now I'm facing Jerry Sinclair, who's the number 1 seed. I don't have a tight end.
Yep.
Okay.
So you don't have a tight end at all, or just not a good one?
Not at all. Like I rolled out Jelani Woods.
Okay, so you have a tight end, you just don't have a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
I got like 5 points is probably my ceiling for tight ends.
Yeah.
Ooh, high scoring.
I mean, I Pitts, and then nobody. Then I just traded for Gesicki and.
Okay, so what's the question here?
All right. So I have Kadarius Toney to pass around, and Mike Gesicki. Do you think Toney and Gesicki could get me a startable tight end?
Well, who's a startable tight end? You might be able to get like an Njoku, maybe.
No way! I would never give you Njoku for those two. Njoku's
tight
end.
I wouldn't either. But I wouldn't either. But somebody might.
Right.
So I'm not saying I would give him up for that.
Okay. Right. Evan Ingram.
Not after the last 2 weeks he's had.
Right. You can't trade for a guy that just had a 50-point week.
And then 20
follows it up with like a 20-something week.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's your quarterbacks?
Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence.
And who else?
So why not just
Who are my other quarterbacks? Oh, like Baker and
nobody else that you can move.
Yeah.
Can you get like what did Logan Thomas do yesterday?
Who cares?
But he's better than freaking.
I can tell you because I have him on HQ. So let me just scroll on down. He got 1.85, and
that's pretty much all.
One catch for 6 yards.
Yikes!
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. You're better off getting Taysom Hill.
Yeah, right.
Taysom Hill.
I started him.
No. That was sarcasm. That was. You're better off getting Taysom Hill than Logan Thomas. Which is a bad move, Larry. Don't.
Yeah. Well, I would rather have Taysom Hill than Logan Thomas because at least Taysom Hill will get the random.
Well, that's what Ruben was saying, but it's still a bad play.
Yeah. Unless you get it for free.
Yeah, which nobody gives up anybody for free these days.
Especially after he threw a touchdown yesterday.
Of course he did.
So I thought Tony carried a little more weight only because he was,
he did for like a week and then he got hurt.
Yeah. It's funny because I got rejected I was offering Dobbins and a 23-second for Tony and got turned down. In the height of the Tony mania when he got traded to the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. And now I can't even get a sniff for a tight end inbox.
You know who could be a cheap buy is Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, I do.
He's been doing really well.
When he's been, because he was banged up, and then he came back, and that would have been a nice play.
Man, in Hyperflex, he bailed me out this week for sure.
Oh,
hey, it's the black screen voice over there.
Yeah, I will get down to video soon. I just am not there yet.
He's not wearing pants.
We got the whole coast to coast in here.
We do.
Very nice.
I knew I recognized that sexy voice.
Out of nowhere.
You know what? So I had not.
Great story.
Yeah.
You know what, Arthur? Are you broadcasting from the Atlantic Ocean?
I was flailing.
Yeah, I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets it.
Hey, Mercer, return to land and then start speaking. Okay, you can't do this from the ocean. He definitely
Here,
can't hear us
I'll-
as he's talking.
Stop flying
Oh
away.
yeah, dude.
Bring the plane
Just
back
mute
down.
Mercer and let him
Yeah,
figure out.
Mercer's like flying over the Atlantic right now, trying to like fucking.
Dude, don't buy the $11.99 Delta plane and then try to do a podcast.
So how about that AJ Dillon
Touchdown.
1-yard touchdown run?
Yeah.
League winner AJ Dillon.
League winners are gonna be Gardner Minshew and Deion Jackson and Zach Moss.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of, anybody wants Deion Jackson in the Hot Sauce League, you know where to find him. Here I am. I got your guy.
Didn't I sell him to you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't even remember what I paid.
Probably a third
Probably. Yeah.
or a fourth.
Look, at this point, it's time to sell. I lost.
Yep.
So hold on. Getting back to my tight end dilemma, would you trade this guy? This guy wants Tony and a 23 second for Evan Ingram.
No.
He does have Lawrence.
Oh, that's true. Does get the stack there. Where
Is Ingram signed for another year there, or was it?
No, he's had a 1-year deal, I believe. I'll pull it up real quick.
But he's Evan Ingram though, man. He shouldn't
He's
even
got-
be worth. He shouldn't be worth more than Tony.
It was a 1-year, $9 million.
So it's a 1.5.
It's 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, it's
You
not
can just
significant.
almost just
I mean,
grab anybody. Gesicki could have a good game. Like,
no, stop it. You've not
Like,
watched
and-
the set if you think you can
There-
have a good game.
I mean, the chance.
He's
I mean,
a
he
forgotten
could.
man,
I
though.
said he could. It doesn't mean he will.
One
I just
target.
said could. Anything could happen. I
His
mean, like
ceiling.
Larry could send an opening offer.
That man has
good.
1 catch in the last 4 games.
I mean, yeah.
He's got 5 yards in the last 4 games.
What about Everett? Can you get Everett cheap?
That's a good one to get.
Well, here's the thing. There's 4 teams left, so
Yeah,
You got to
have
go to
have
the
him
two
not on
teams
it.
that lost. The teams that lost this week.
that's
Uh-huh.
that's where I was hitting up Evan Ingram.
Yeah, see the
And
two
I
teams that
offered
lost. The 2 teams that lost are still the most plugged in the league,
Yes.
which is why they're good targets for if someone got eliminated.
Do they have a couple of different tight ends?
I went right after the dude that just lost, and he had
He didn't lose to you, did he?
no.
Okay, because that.
But he has
That's the
Ingram.
salt.
No, fuck that. If I lost to you this weekend, hit me up. I got some players. For you.
I know, but-
you need some players, Greggles. Come and hit me up, man.
I sent
You do, because your team is struggling a little bit compared to McNasty and Wishnack and
Yep.
Shane. So hit me up.
so my initial offer to this guy was Tony and Gesicki for Ingram. And he came back with the second and Tony. And I'm like, I feel like I'm just giving away fucking shit just to get, if I get blown out this weekend, so I'm like,
I'm just waiting for Gesicki's going to be my buy in the next couple days. I'm going to try and sneak him into some deals for scoring players because
right.
when he hits that free agent market and gets somewhere where he can play, I mean, the guy didn't lose that 4.4 whatever speed and the super athleticism that gave him 70 plus catches.
It's a good
Like,
call.
that
It's a
guy's
good
still
call.
there.
Yeah, this dude has
Yeah.
Cole Kmet too, but he's
Yeah,
being
that's gonna be a lot more expensive. What about the other guy that lost this week?
Yeah.
that I'll have to check out.
Well, while Larry's doing that, anybody want to talk about this big deer I killed today? It was
That thing was
amazing.
freaking huge. Did you
Holy
measure
crap.
it?
No, I didn't. I took him to the taxidermist.
It's got to be what, 150?
What's that?
What, it'll be 150-ish?
No, I think he'll be in the 130 range, something like that.
I mean, pictures are hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, right. He wasn't real wide, real
No.
tall.
They were
10
big.
10 full points and then 2 stickers. So in Mississippi, if you can hang a ring on it, it's a point. So a 12-pointer.
Yeah.
So big deer. You guys want to hear the story while Larry is wandering around in
Was it?
NFL?
Yeah.
Because it's got a story.
Is
I had
it,
to
is it rifle or is this bow?
It was rifle. It was rifle. I had to stalk this deer though.
Stalk
So I did. I had to stalk him.
with your nuts.
No, I had to gingerly walk through the woods,
As
Larry.
quietly and slowly as possible.
Mm-hmm. Which is not actually true because let me get to it real quick. But so I'm sitting at the end of this road and a pipeline, and they like intersect like a V,
Mm-hmm.
so I can see down both of them. And I'm looking down, and I've got these scrapes where deer come through, they scrape, they leave their smell, and then a buck will do that, and then does can come through and they pee on it, and it's just a little scent exchange thing they do. It's like leaving your number on a telephone pole, Larry, like you used to do, and then hoping that someone called you. So he's not listening, which is the best part of this.
Hold on. There's something about pissing, right?
No, we passed that already.
No, don't worry about it. It's where you go and you pull that number off of the tab, like for a good time. And they got the numbers cut at the bottom. That's a scrape for deer. But anyways, I'm looking, and this is 7:00, and I've rattled a couple times with my little rattle bag. It's like a bag that simulates deer fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done a couple bleat calls and a couple grunt calls, just getting it out there. And I look down, and I can see a half a mile at least on this pipeline. And I look down, and I'm like, that's a deer. So I pull up my binos, and I'm looking, and there's a doe. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch her for a little bit and not do anything else. And I look over. She's in the middle of the pipeline. I look over, and here's another deer on the edge of the woods. And I look close, and there's some antlers. And I was like, oh, snap. Now, I am looking 500 plus yards away. Like, I am a long way away. I later looked it up, and I shot that deer 465 yards from where I was sitting.
What?
So I got up. I did not
shoot. Oh, you shot her from where you were 465 yards from where you originally were.
From where I was originally. Yes. No, I would not have taken a 464-yard shot. Not with that gun, especially. But so I picked up my shooting sticks and my gun and started hauling ass. I left my phone behind. I had my little headset on. It started beeping at me. I was like, oh, golly, I'll get this thing beeping in my ears. I'm trying to make my way to these deer. So I start making my way, and the pipeline is kind of hilly. It rolls. And so I'm making my way through. And every time I get to like almost to the top of one of the hills, I stop and peek over with my binos, and I'm looking, and I see this deer. I see the doe, but I'm not seeing the buck. And I'm like, okay, he's gone into the edge of the woods. Let me just keep moving. I go down and come up another, and I don't see the doe. And I'm like, dang it. Did I spook him? At this point, I'm like 250, 300 yards away from him. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep on moving. So I go down and up another little whatever and come over, and there's this buck, and he is working his way toward me. Now, before I left, I put 2 more grunts in on the grunt call before I hit the trail and started moving. He heard them, and the only thing I can figure is that he thought I was a deer approaching him.
Yeah, it's for a fight.
He started coming to me. So here I am.
Because if you're not walking slow and he's still coming.
Do what?
If you were going fast and he's still coming, he had to think you were another buck.
Yeah, he had to. So he is coming my way. At this point, I'm 150 yards away from him when I spot him again. And I tuck into the tree line and kind of make my profile real narrow because I don't want him to recognize, I just want him to say, hey, this is something over there, because deer can smell, they can see. I mean, they can smell and they can hear, but they don't see as great as you think they would.
That's why they get hit by cars. He's
coming my way. He turns broadside at like 130, and I'm shaking. I can't get steady on him. I'm like, I can't take the shot. I cannot. I've got to reposition myself. Oh yeah, get settled exactly. When I'm like taking deep breaths and talking to myself, like, okay,
I know the feeling.
Settle down. You can do that. You're going to get another shot. So he is broadside, then he turns back and goes to the left side. I'm on the right side of the tree line. He goes to the left side and is walking straight toward me, looking at me. And I'm like, holy cow. And he kind of quarters away from me a little bit. And I was like, that's enough for me to take the shot. I took the shot and he ran off into the woods. This is where it gets worse. I get over there. There is no blood anywhere.
Oh,
nothing.
Shit.
I'm calling my buddy. My buddy has got to go to Florida. He's the guy that I hunt with on that same property. He's got to go to Florida today. And it's only a 6-hour drive. He's like, if you need me to come back, I'm only 2 exits away on the way to work. I can come back. And I was like, let me see if I can find any blood. So I'm looking and looking and looking. I don't see anything. I'm like, okay, well, let me go get my phone. Let me go get my bag because I didn't call him until after I got my phone. So let me go get my bag. I called my buddy and was like, I don't have any blood. Let me go back to the spot where I shot him or shot at him. That's why I kept saying I shot at a monster buck. I didn't say I shot one. I was like, I shot at one. But I go back, no blood, and I start going. The pipeline runs north south, so I start going in the woods north and south. I'm walking 50, 60 yards each way, and going like 6 or 10 feet in, just going back and forth, working my way.
It was daylight.
The woods.
Was this early in the morning?
It was early in the morning.
Thank God you had a lot of time.
Look,
and I got my binos and looking through the trees. I'm looking through the trees, looking, like through. I'll stop and look through the trees, and let me tell you, a good pair of binos makes a world of difference in the woods. Like I can look through stuff and see. It makes a difference. And I saw white. If you've ever seen a deer laying down on its side, and you see white, it's like the heavens opened up. And I was like, no shit. And so then I could just walk straight to him. He was 20 yards away at that point. He ran about 60 yards, dived, and it was it.
But no blood the whole time?
No exit wound.
Oh, that's why.
So I went in and it just went straight through him. But it wrecked him. But yeah, I mean, no blood. The only blood in the entire, even where he was laying, which he'd been laying there for 25, 30 minutes, the only blood was right where his face was. I know it's a little graphic for everybody out there. But, so yeah,
that's
I got
awesome.
this monster buck.
That thrill, that adrenaline rush, that like when you're walking and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, he's 100 yards away.
Yeah, I shot him. He was 95 yards away. I walked it off. He was 95 yards when I took the shot. So at that point, it's like if you're steady enough, it's hard to miss. Now it may not be a great shot, but it's hard to miss at 100 yards. I didn't miss. I made a good shot. Bang,
I was in Iowa for a trip, and we were hunting in Missouri, southern Iowa, Missouri. We're in Missouri line hunting, and it was the last day. It was like my last chance, and it was dusk, and there was a huge sucker like that one, probably a little bit bigger, but he was 400 or 500 yards, and I don't go often at all. I mean, the guy that was with me, the guide, he could have made it because does all the time, but I'm like, dude, I'm gonna shoot. And he's just going to spook everything. There's going to be nothing. So I didn't get him. But the next year I went back. It was in a different spot. And one just popped up like 25, 30 yards away from us. We were in a blind. I'm like, and you're like, yeah. It's like,
it is. Yeah. Buck fever is real because you get that adrenaline. And it's hard to calm that adrenaline down.
You got to breathe.
The craziest part of what he did was he thought I was a buck coming. So he left the doe that he was with. When I shot him, she didn't move. She was 150 yards away. He had gone that far away from her to come and check me out. She didn't even move. She wasn't even spooked by the gunshot. She just hung out looking. And then another doe came out. So I guess he had two with him. And then they just kind of walked off into the woods. It's crazy.
You have to find some new boyfriends.
Yep. Sorry, buddy. Not your year. You ain't getting in any this time.
Aaron Jones touchdown.
Nope. Ruben's ahead of me by like 4 or 5 seconds at least.
So when I was over the Atlantic Ocean, I said that Juwan Johnson and Dawson Knox scored me 60 points. 60 points.
I didn't even look at that.
I was the victim of Dawson Knox. So
you're a Dawson Knox victim.
I was the victim of Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played him.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
you know
Jesus Christ, Justin Mercer, 280 freaking points.
Hell yeah. I'm going to take down that league.
Well, actually, you're going to have more than that. It's called Hyperflex. It's one of mine.
Oh, okay. I also had a monster week in the league. In this league, I have a bye, but it's one of my leagues, and we have a side pot for single highest score, and it goes through the playoffs, and I dropped 286. Yeah, the record was 271, and after Thursday, I had 3 players that had 106 points, and I was like, "Ooh, I got a shot here."
Yeah, Thursday I had a league too. That Thursday I had like 3 or 4 players that I had. Ooh, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be doing all right.
Thursday was I don't even remember who played.
Niners in Seattle.
Yeah, I had CMC.
It was Kittle. You had to have Kittle in that game, right?
And Brock Purdy.
I had CMC.
Oh yeah, him too.
And
Kittle. Had to be Kittle.
No. Oh, it was Saturday. After Saturday, I had it because I had Kirk Cousins. Too.
That's a difference.
I had Kirk Cousins, Christian McCaffrey, and Justin Jefferson.
Ooh, yeah,
so I had 100 and something points after those 3 guys.
I think.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was golden.
I didn't watch anything Saturday other than Saturday. I don't even think Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night. I watched the Saturday night game. But during the day, my daughter had a dance performance, so I was all there for the whole time. And then I checked it like intermission, and it was like 33 to, or no, in the morning we were waiting in line. I'm like, oh, this game's over, 33-0.
Yeah,
great. And I'm like, oh, maybe Jonathan Taylor. Nope, fucking bastard. And then I check intermission of the dance competition. I'm like, what? It's 33-33. What the fuck is going on here? How the hell did this happen?
You know what's crazy is I don't get to watch a whole lot of football, but I watched that whole game, and I was like,
how did you not turn it off when it was 33-0 at half?
It was on my.
It's the only thing on. It's
the only thing on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally nothing on. I was sitting over here doing some like a igloo gingerbread house with my daughter, and had the TV on and kept watching it. You know, like, okay, well, this is great. Kirk Cousins is blowing me up in a couple leagues.
Thanks,
And
Kirk.
Yeah.
Then he did a "How You Like Me Now" moment.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. You like that?
Yeah. It was in the morning, so it's understandable.
So I see the X's over Zach Wilson's eyes. He doesn't have too much marks.
No, that's all we've gotten to so far.
Yeah.
But if he has to watch many more of what he did there.
Yeah.
You should just put up a picture of Zach's mom instead.
So I sorry, I was
prefer
listening the
her.
whole time, but I was upstairs, not down in my man cave yet. But you lost in hot sauce this week, Justin? I didn't even see that.
I lost every matchup I played this week
Ah.
for the second year in a row. I lost every.
So just
matchup
get
in the
buys.
first week.
Just only get buys, okay?
That's it. That's all. You know, I think I need to go to like points scored buys. I had the highest points in two different leagues, HQ1 and the DTHQ DNC. I lost.
Yeah, well, and that one was close. Holy shit!
Oh man.
I lost by like 1.57 or something. Mine wasn't the closest. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mamba lost by like 0.6 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I are the two highest scores. We're both out. Because I eked out the regular season score.
Just know that you got a good trade on us because we were going after your first because like at the time when you took over your team, you were bad. So we traded for your first and we gave you Tua and Gabe Davis. And then you turned it around very quickly with a lot of trades. And I'm like, well, shit. Now he's went from like a low or like a high pick to a very low pick. So
yeah, well, it wasn't as low as it should have, as it could have been, I guess.
Yeah,
freaking Larry. I ended up with, and I liked looking at Zach Wilson's picture there because it reminds me of trading Zach Wilson to Larry last year in the DDL4 for a 23 first, his 23 first, which is the one. It should be better than that, but it's the 105.
Yeah. He did a lot of 23 firsts for Zach Wilson.
Ooh.
I kept telling him, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
be a homer.
He is an emotional train wreck when it comes to the Jets. That's all it is. If it's a Jets thing, he has nothing but freaking green colored glasses on.
It's good to know.
So, yeah,
hey,
right.
so when are we doing a startup with like this crew in person? I want to know that because I want to do it in person.
I don't know.
That requires flying.
Mercer, how old are your kids?
5 and 7. So
okay, well, when yours was 7 or 8 months old, how much traveling were you allowed to do?
All right, so we're doing it in Mississippi. Woo!
In the dead of summer. Whoa! Can't make it actually
we're doing it at B-Dubs in Mississippi.
Look, I can get us a spot in the B-Dubs. We'll have the best server on staff, and we'll have our own. We'll have it on the big screen. That's how I do mine every year.
Man, no, it was. I mean, it was like I haven't met Ruben in person yet, but I met you and Larry in person when you were.
No, you've done more than met Larry.
Yeah, you guys did.
We crashed on your couch. We basically stole half your hotel room.
Yes, true. And when I woke up, I'm like, are they still out there? I have no idea. They could have left.
I don't even remember when we left or what
Yeah.
how it went.
It was a good night, and I mean that was when we met up with Shane, we met up with Rocky. I think that was who all was there. Was there anyone else? It was
I'm trying to
Shane,
think.
Rocky, and me, you,
It
and
might have
Larry.
been the 5 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
think 5 was what we had. Yeah. Oh boy, I still have those videos on my phone of Larry doing karaoke.
Oh,
And my daughter loves to watch
awesome.
videos, and she'll get to that one and be like, she'll click it and then be like, no, no.
No. That's a big no. It's a big
Yeah,
throwing.
no, this hurts news. Like I
Hurts?
I
How
have
much
a
hurt
few,
do you have?
I don't have I have a lot of like I had him in redraft and I have him in a league that like it really screws me for next week because I think he'll probably sit 1 week, in my opinion.
If they win, he might sit longer.
Yeah,
right.
I think he might sit 2.
Yeah. I bet they sit him for the Cowboys. If they lose, he'll play the next week. If they win, I think they sit him through the playoffs, right? Because if they win, they're the number 1 seed, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to sit somebody
5, 6 weeks because
remember that long.
They're going to have the bye, which means that they're going even further.
Yeah.
So
not 5,
that'd
6
be 5,
weeks,
that'd be 5
like
weeks
4.
off before. So almost 6 weeks since his last football game. Yeah.
This hurt, Ruben. This hurts Jim and I's HQ6. We started off with Hurts, AJ Brown, and we're like, well, shit. We scored 277 this week in our bye.
Oh,
so you're bound to not score anything next week.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, and he went, but we were the QB hoarders, so we picked up Purdy, we picked up Mike White, we have everyone, like, and we were trying to Huntley, we have them all, because I was like putting in waivers like early for Mike White, and so we have options. We don't have to trade, but it's just if they score or not.
Yeah.
Mike White's not an option for next week either. So I think you're down to Brock Purdy.
Yeah, so Larry's been trashing my Tannehill for a 24 first trade.
I don't think, but because that's an HQ1, right?
Yes.
So
16 team.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Keep that in mind.
Because Tannehill's gonna play again next year, and if that is, because who did you lose? Why did you get him? Because you must have lost some.
Kyler.
Yeah. So
I was rolling Mahomes and Kyler, which is what has been my just hammering people over the head. I count on 60 or 70 points from them every week.
Right.
Because of all the first down bonuses and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily hate that. I mean, would I pay a 24 first for Tannehill? In a 16 team,
would you pay an early 24 second? That's what I'm hoping it is. It could be. It could end up being worse, but
I mean, what's that? No, there's not. I mean, because you're still gonna have Kyler and Mahomes next year.
Yeah. Well, worst case, I got Mahomes and Tannehill because Kyler's going to miss half the season.
Yeah, but you could possibly move Kyler too for somebody else, kind of better than Tannehill.
I don't know if I want to move Kyler though. The advantage of having 2 young stud quarterbacks in that league is just ridiculous.
Yeah, but could you move Kyler for somebody that's not Kyler but just but close? Yeah,
but what tier is? What's the next level down? Because his value is down at the bottom of his scoring tier.
Yeah, well, no, he's right now. I think he's being marked as like QB 12 after the injury.
Yeah. He's a massive buy for me if I can get him at QB 12.
Yeah, but see, I don't know. For me, I don't know. I have I think 2 or 3 left. And if I could get rid of him,
I know you're out on Kyler.
I was out on Kyler.
Yeah, I'm done.
And I was
Ruben
trying to shop my last
on coast to coast. We're like, sell Kyler. Like when the Herbert dip happened, we were selling Kyler for Herbert in every league we had them. I did it in HQ5.
Worked. I mean, I added to Kyler to get Herbert.
Oh yeah,
I was Kyler in a second for Herbert.
And I did Kyler and Goddard for Herbert in HQ5. But I had Kelsey and Andrews also, so I didn't need like Goddard.
Did Higbee just get a touchdown? Somebody got a touchdown. I didn't pay attention to who it was.
I can find that out.
I'm not watching.
That's not good for Shane, huh?
No,
No, it is not.
no, it is
He
not.
just scored.
Is he pissed off?
Well, Akers just scored.
No, I think it was Higby.
Scoring plays. Higby. It was Higby.
Wow.
What's that score? What's that score? HQ1.
I
I can look it up.
now.
Here, I can.
But he now has 4 for 27 and a tutty.
4 for 27 and a tutty. Ooh.
McNanny up by 10, 219 to 209.
Oh wow.
That's big.
One Christian Watson touchdown will wipe that out.
Yeah, it's true.
I got a 59-yarder.
It wouldn't
Speaking
take
of, so I was actively shopping Kyler and getting shot down.
What kind of offers, Larry?
I was sending Kyler for Jamar Chase.
Well, yeah.
But
First of all, were you sending that to like complete rebuilders, or was somebody?
I was sending it
that
to everyone who had Jamar Chase in the
that's a problem,
DDCL. This is all DDCL.
Okay.
So is that
I'm
multiple
gonna get
copies?
curious here.
Is that multiple copies?
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 copies, yeah.
4.
I'm going to get curious and look up who has him and see if they're actually playoff teams while we're talking. Because that's the thing.
Well, this is before the playoffs. This is when I was shopping Kyler. This is when I got Fields Waddle for Kyler.
Yeah, see that right there. That must have been a while back.
That was
must have
right
been early
when
season.
Kyler. That was right when Fields, right before he blew up, and right
So
when
that's like
Kyler
week
was still.
4. That's like week 4, Larry. You know how long ago that
right
was?
now when I made this fucking deal. All right, Jesus.
Justin Fields has been blowing up since. Let's see here. His first big rushing game, 12 for 88 in week 6. And he had 190 yards passing. Yeah, you missed your. And then the real blow up week was. Let's see here. Oh yeah, week 9 was when he like
Mercer.
went stupid.
Yeah.
Did you know that earlier? Was it we were talking trash about the Cowboys was in Dynasty and Chill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta post something over there.
What?
October 5th, I did the Kyler trade for Fields Waddle. October.
Dude, that's like
6 months ago.
Yeah,
It's so long ago.
19
October 5th. Jesus,
shit,
Man, I'm still,
that's so long ago.
Still reaping
My
the
goodness.
fucking rewards.
People still thought Zach Wilson might do something at that point. Oh, here's a return. Oh,
He had a better game than Tannehill this weekend.
who did?
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he
one
actually
of
didn't have horrible.
No, because he had those 2 Uzama touchdowns.
He had some fantasy numbers this weekend.
Yeah, because he had those 2 Uzama touchdowns.
Yeah,
And he threw for 300.
him and CJ were talking. Let's cheer up Kay Adams together.
So in a league that it's Dynasty Junkies Listener League 2, Policy Grunks. He's in our hot sauce.
Yes.
Part 2.
Yeah.
He lost Lamar. He's a great team. He has a really good team. He drafted a lot of older guys. He traded like right before this week Lamar for Hurts package, and now he's without Hurts for potentially this week. And like, God, it's like when you do that kind of stuff, you're like, that is like, oh, the stuff of legends.
So like I'm in a 24 team league, and I got a bye this week, and I had lost Kyler. I was rolling Kyler and Jimmy and Aaron Rodgers, and I was rotating Jimmy and Aaron kind of depending on matchups. So I had a deal in place to trade Kyler Kyler, Bateman, and John Mechie for Watson and McKinnon.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm going to hold off till the games are over. I did not, because I was scared if I blow my load on Watson and he gets hurt.
Yeah.
No pun intended there.
Yeah, no pun intended. And and somebody's like, just do it because you're not going to get anybody better kind of deal. So I was like, fingers crossed. So hopefully, I liked Watson. I think he did a little bit better the last 2 weeks. Hopefully, I can use that because I got a pretty good team in there. And first place is like $1,900. So
yeah,
I want to win and then say goodbye, people, because you guys are atrocious. You're an atrocious commissioner.
Yeah, that's why I wanted that DTHQ DNC league so bad. That money is so big.
It is. It's like
it's huge.
It's like 2,500, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, there's 1,600 to first.
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it is. For $100 buy-in, that's
it's not bad.
I got 20 points out of Zach Wilson in DDCL.
That's pretty good, man. Take it.
That's
taking
like
down Pat Maurice right now. I'm gonna win this matchup and advance to the next round.
But that's also a miracle. Your team has not been great lately.
All right. 11-3.
All right. So if you're in a league and you're out of it, I have a decent money league. I have Fields. The number one team has Patrick Mahomes and Hurts. Hurts is out. He's, got to win this week. I have Fields.
Wow.
What would you add to Fields to get Hurts?
I wouldn't add shit right now.
I'd try to go straight up.
Straight up.
See what happens.
You have the leverage.
I agree. But
what's the most? But wasn't his question. If he has to add something, what's it going to be?
I could add a second. I could add the 2.
I'd start by adding a third. Adding a third and see where you got, just so it looks like it's more.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I would send it straight up right now.
Straight up first, yeah, and straight up.
And if he rejects it, don't even ask for a counter. Then send it.
Tell him to add. No, get Hurts in a third for Fields.
It's a Larry offer.
Larry's over there trying to do Josh Allen and a first for Herbert the other day.
Dude,
so.
fuck. You know what? Fuck off.
Oh,
what happened?
I almost got the Watson big score.
Oh,
Aaron, looks like Aaron might be hurt.
Yeah,
dude. Let me explain that. So
yes, please explain this.
So what are we trying to do now?
Oh, McNanny, Dylan, throws me under the bus in the fucking HQ chat.
Well,
because you completely out of context. No, I didn't. It was completely taken out of context.
No,
okay. You know what, MFL? You're playing around with MFL, and when I do the desktop MFL on my phone. That's how That's how I go through MFL. When you're doing trades. You're fucking looking at this long line of players with the boxes. You check the boxes off, and then there's no preview before you hit send. So I do this all the time. I send a bad trade, and I'm like,
no, we know you.
No way! Whoa! Larry, we love you, but
I'm gonna clip
obvious,
that,
man.
I'm gonna clip that. I do this all the time. I send a bad trade. I cannot wait for that to be a drop on this show.
Well, here's the deal.
Can I use that too? Send it my way.
No. But I'm at the beginning of somebody's roster, and I'll check off, somebody, and then I'll lose my train of thought, and you're checking off someone else. So you sent off a fucking like a 4-for-1 fucking deal. You're like, oh Jesus, I didn't mean to say that. So you got to go back on there and revoke it.
So that's why you got to use the app, because the app, you can preview.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Look at the trade.
Yes.
Yeah, you can look at all the pieces in the trade right there.
You go through and pick your players, and then it shows you who's on both sides, and then you hit
the app.
Submit.
Is awesome for trading.
I did not know that. But that's what Sleeper does. Sleeper gives you the preview, and then you're like, okay, I want to send this off. And there's millions of times where I'm just like, oh fuck, I didn't put anybody on my end, or I didn't fucking there was nobody on the other guy's end, and I just sent him 3 guys. You gotta run in and revoke it.
Larry, I'm gonna send you what it looks like on the app, just because I cannot believe you've never even piddled around with it.
Oh yeah, the app for everything other than commish work.
So
yeah. It's the way to go.
So fast forward to Saturday, middle of the day. I'm home alone. Well, I'm not home alone. I'm home with both kids, and I'm watching football, and it's just me by myself, pretty much. So I'm firing off trades. And I send, I don't know what it was. I don't know. I'll get the exact trade right now, but it was like Herbert for Allen. It was Herbert and a first for Allen, something like that. And fucking Dylan,
I've seen way
no,
worse than
no,
that.
that was not the trade. The trade was Josh Allen and a first for Herbert.
Oh,
Josh Allen and a first for Herbert.
It was
Hold on.
because
Yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Allen had a snow game.
Okay, right.
Is what the comment was. He even
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
to
yeah.
justify it in the league
Hold on.
chat. He's like, "Well, Josh Allen, or he said Herbert doesn't have to play in the snow or something like that." I'm like, "Oh my
This
god!"
All
was
right,
in the
hold on.
hot sauce league or what?
No. This is
HQ1.
HQ1.
HQ1. Oh.
All right, so I send this fucking offer to him, and it was just a fat finger bad send. It was Herbert for Allen and a first. I think I have Pacheco. I think I have a Herbert and Pacheco for Josh Allen. I don't know. That's what's in my head. I send this off. I see it because once you send it, it goes, you get the confirmation. This is the trade you sent. And I was like, oh, fuck. 30 seconds later, I revoke it and I resend my Herbert Pacheco. So, and then he screenshots it, puts it in the fucking chat. Everyone's going nuts. And I'm like, this is all taken out of context. Motherfucker.
The only context we need is you hit send on that shitty ass.
Right,
trade
yeah.
offer.
So everyone's like, look at this trade. And I'm like, well, dude, but look what the trade I sent at 30 seconds later. Whatever.
Hey,
Anyway.
Larry, we got a deal done. I think you might have been like high on shrooms or something because the next day you sent out the leak. Come get Huntley. I'm like, you don't have him anymore. Should we tell him?
So I did you guys not see what I did in it was in Hyperflex. Justin would have saw it. I'm like, oh, come get whoever it was. Who was it, Justin? James Conner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was James Conner. Come get James Conner. And I'm like, oh, he did da. And then somebody's like, or Scott. I co-own it with Scott
co-owner.
I own co-owner with Scott. And I'm like, oh, he's doing this, blah, blah, blah. I was like showing like his, I took a screenshot of his splits with Kyler and without Kyler for the last 2 years and how he's got like an extra 5 points without Kyler, yada, yada, yada. And I was just kind of going. And then Scott goes, yeah, it's probably fair value, but we don't own it. And I'm like, oh, shit. It was another league. It was a high league that's called High Stakes that I co-own with Dogtown.
Yeah.
And we were in the I just clicked on the wrong one. I looked at the wrong one.
It happens. For the best of us. Hey, so all right. So in this hot sauce league, who is left? So we have the top 4 teams go to like from your spreadsheet, right?
Yeah, I updated the 2 that are like me and Sucker Punch were the only 2 that were completely done entering tonight, I think. So I'll update that later. I'm obviously out. But I haven't even looked at it today. I'll update it tonight. But yeah, so the top 4 all play will get through. And then next week, the top 2 all play will get through. And then the champion will be crowned in the
But
week
there's
17.
no money for the champion. It's just
Yes, there is.
bragging. Okay.
Yes, there is. It's like
Yeah.
250 or something. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
No, 250 in each of the leagues, right? But I didn't know
on.
if there was an overall champion
I think there is.
award.
I think I got to pull up the settings. I think
So
there's-
it's all play for everything.
yep.
No, for the
for the overall league champion. It's head to head for the division champions.
Okay.
Hey, I have to credit you guys because honestly, me doing my first podcast with you, being the winner of the Hot Sauce League, led to me and Ruben doing Coast to Coast. So
That happened because somebody asked me what's new, and I said Mercer and Ruben are going to do a podcast. They just don't even know it yet.
Yes. Was that in the hot sauce league?
it
In the hot sauce
did,
chat.
it did. But it's Hot Sauce generated, and honestly, it's like
we're like HQ grandchildren, basically.
It is. It's been awesome. and my wife is like, "When are you doing your next podcast?" She asked me, like,
Does she
when
listen?
are you doing it? When are you doing it? She loves
She's
it.
like, yeah, get out of my hair.
Does she listen?
No.
My wife listened to the first one. Baker just threw a pick.
The first one was
I
the
am
worst.
shocked.
Oh, and what the fuck is this? Why? This guy's trying to be Jacoby Myers?
Oh no.
Yes, just wait.
I'm on the delay. So.
I know, just wait. I think he was more Ramondre Stevenson than Jacoby Myers.
Didn't we invite all of the Hot Sauce League to here? Like, why aren't there more people?
Troy said he's going to stop in a little bit. I don't know what's going on with everybody. I thought I had updated this with some payments.
Justin.
Yes. We will do it. Hey, if we get a fifth, we're out. I'm sorry.
I got kids to deal with anyways.
Me too. Holy crap.
At some point.
So,
I got
honestly,
Larry to deal with.
this has been a very terrible week. I needed this tonight because I was traveling for a week. My wife worked the weekend, and then she got the flu at work. So she's been like out of commission. I've been with my wife for 12 years. I've never had her sleep until after noon. She slept till 2 p.m. today.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah, she was so bad.
Not
she
feeling great. Yeah.
The flu is no joke.
No.
It is bad.
I was in bed for 5 days for the flu years ago. It was like,
don't be married to a nurse because if you're not really sick unless you're like knocking on heaven's gate.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you're dead. Right.
Especially an ICU nurse like my wife. I'm not sick unless I need to go and get
then you get
like seven IVs in.
See, like I get sick once every 5 years, like real bad. And the one day that I spend like in bed, I get shit for it. I'm like, dude, I was sick. I was really hurting. Oh no, you were faking it. You never get sick.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Flag.
So Stevie D mentions I'm in a tight end dilemma, Mercer, and Stevie D's thinks Kate Otten's a nice pick.
Oh yeah, no, I mean for a rookie, young value, that actually
for someone who's going to be cheap. Yeah,
that is a good cheap choice.
That's not bad.
Think he'll get Kadarius Toney for Kate Otten is do I got to add Gesicki in too?
No,
God no. Should add the other way probably.
Yeah, I mean honestly, if you send Kadarius Toney for Otten, he might give a third. Otten in a third.
Mm. Yeah, this is weird, man.
Aaron Jones just fumbled.
I'm in the middle of halftime right now. When is what?
You're in the middle of halftime?
You paused it.
Yeah, you paused it like 45 minutes ago, Larry. We're in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah.
Catch up, dude. 11 minutes. Jeez.
No wonder why I wasn't seeing any of these touchdowns.
He's like, oh, what's going on? I didn't see a Baker Mayfield interception.
Where the hell is me? Baker threw a pick.
So Justin, you dropped the bucket, the taxidermist. They obviously mount the head, but do you get the rest of the deer meat?
Well, I did that here. I actually have the carcass hanging in my yard. Not a joke.
Yep.
Okay. All the meat is in a cooler on ice, and the carcass is hanging in my yard. I got to drop it tonight and throw it in a bag to put in the trash.
Man, so I grew up in southwestern Pennsylvania where deer hunting was big. Yeah. And I just never got into it. I don't know.
This is
you gotta have somebody that kind of takes you, right? Just to start, because I didn't either. I never was deer hunting like crazy around here, and I never really did any. I didn't do any till like 2 or 3 years ago.
We got like holidays because of deer hunting season where I grew up. Like, it was like rifle season started the Monday after Thanksgiving. We got the day off. So.
Yeah, you guys had these weird blue laws too, or whatever laws they were. couldn't hunt on Sunday. That's a recent
Yeah.
thing where they gave y'all like 8 Sundays you can hunt or something like
Yeah.
that.
No. Yeah.
You guys also have counties that they don't allow you to buy booze on Sunday.
Oh, that happens
Yeah.
all over the place. Come to the
No,
South.
it doesn't
That's like
happen.
every other county.
That's just dumb.
Yes,
to the
I
South.
agree.
I mean, California
Of course
might
it's
be
dumb.
might be freaking weird and liberal and shit like that, but at least we can booze up. Every freaking
Pennsylvania's
day.
the worst because
Good
you can't
God.
buy beer at gas stations like everywhere else.
Well, you can't do
Yeah.
that in Jersey.
You
Yeah.
can't do that. What?
No, you got to go to a package store. I think, let's see.
What
What
the fuck
else?
is wrong with you people?
Liquor
Yeah.
store. Liquor store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
gas
Call it a
station.
package store. It's fine.
No, like
Or a bar.
Can you
So
buy
you-
beer at a grocery store?
no.
In Jersey, there is.
You can't buy beer at a
varies.
grocery store.
Not,
In
not,
Pennsylvania,
not,
you
not,
have
mine,
to
not,
limit.
not really. There's
No,
a couple,
but a lot of
there are a
grocery
couple that
stores
you
will
can.
have, in places like that, a lot of grocery stores will have a liquor store attached to them. Does that happen too? Is that the case in Jersey?
Yeah.
Like there'll be like a little separate thing that you just walk outside and go right in another door, or
Yeah,
even
yeah.
double like sliding doors into
You
the liquor
guys
store.
live in third world countries.
I know. It's
Well,
awful.
I
Pennsylvania's
do
the
live in
worst.
Mississippi, so there's that.
I will admit Pennsylvania's the worst because they have the state stores where you can only buy liquor and wine's now sold at grocery stores. But
Yeah, because you can't get drunk on that, I guess, apparently.
right. But beer, like you could only buy beer at a distributor for a long time until they changed the law slightly where you can buy 92 ounces of beer if they serve food.
Do you have a restriction on the times of day you can buy it?
Well,
I've seen
okay.
that.
We have that restriction here in Mississippi.
Yeah.
In a lot of counties, you can't buy after 10 o'clock.
PM?
Yeah. So
I know.
live-
I've heard of something you can't buy before noon.
Yeah.
Like what the? Like you got to
That's
like
on
really.
Sundays.
There's too much-
Sundays in
that's a-
Pennsylvania or noon.
That requires way too much planning.
You can't even go to a liquor store here on Sunday in Mississippi. They're
What
not
is
open Sundays.
This is Hobby Lobby,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
yeah.
Hobby Lobby, and
You
Chick-fil-A.
can't
Come on,
get you
people.
can't get booze and you can't get Chick-fil-A, man. Oh, the world ends.
And crafts. I mean, like
And women don't have rights in Mississippi either, right?
What are
beer drinkers don't either.
I agree. Beer drinkers are more important.
No.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Because beer drinkers is everyone.
So what are you doing with Jalen Hurts? About Jalen Hurts, if you are a
Nothing.
playoff contender.
I only have him in one league, so
I mean, we talked about trading going
would love
after the
to-
Hurts owner or the Hurts GM.
Man, I would love to get a Hurts for Fields deal done only because like whatever I had to do, I think they're on the same playing field, but I would definitely add to Fields to get Hurts.
Yeah, not at first though.
No. I would add something late or a pick. If I had Hurts and I'm contending, I'm trying to make do and not give him up. Right?
What the
Like I want to keep him because I love him.
Right. This is fantastic. Going after the Hurts GM. Now if I don't really have I have Hurts in a redraft league, which is a one quarterback league, so I'll just pick anybody up. But
who's on waivers there? Because I have a Hurts in a redraft league, and I just crushed. Like I had the most points scored in the. I was the 4th seed, and now I'm like picking up like Matt Ryan or Kenny Pickett. And I'm like, shit. Everyone has 2 QBs on their roster in a 1 QB league. I'm like,
So I'm going to win a playoff game. This is the only one that's kind of in question today, but it's not really because it was versus Baker and Skoranek. And my quarterbacks yesterday were Hurts, and Tannehill. And I already lost Kyler.
yeah,
Like, there's nothing I can do.
get your hands on Brock Purdy.
It's so expensive to try and replace 2, you know. One's hard enough, but then like, okay, now let's go and get a second one.
There's no even. I
know
mean,
what?
if Robert Saleh went and started Joe Flacco, I could go and add him, but there's literally nobody, and I don't think I have any.
I'm comfortable starting Zach Wilson against the Jacksonville Jaguars and their 6 most points given up to quarterbacks on the season.
Yeah, but I got a
Is
second,
Zach
a
Wilson
third, and a
gonna start, or
fourth.
does Mike White get back?
No, he's not. They already
He's
said
not
it was
playing.
gonna, They already said it was going to be Zach.
Yeah.
So do I go and move Kyler?
You have to.
If you can get something young. I don't want to
Who,
sell
though?
Kyler for an aging piece. Somebody
No.
offered me Aaron Rodgers and Nick Chubb for Kyler, and I was like, in HQ1, and I was like, I just can't do that.
What was
Can't
that
even think
one? What is that again?
They offered me Aaron Rodgers and Nick Chubb for Kyler.
Ooh. For
Victor,
the
you can't throw.
championship, though.
That's not for the championship. It's the first fucking round of the playoffs, Larry.
Yeah, which remains to
Which
be
I'd have
seen.
lost because Aaron Rodgers has been whatever, and Nick Chubb sucked.
Nick Chubb did not have a good game. He had 99 yards, something like that.
Chubb hasn't had a big week in weeks.
So let's see who is
He
going
had
to
14 and a half
lose
points.
Yeah.
this playoffs bracket.
I don't even
Let's
know
see.
what Aaron Rodgers has done today.
Kahuna Secretary.
That's cool.
Looks like
Aaron
we're
Rodgers
not
has
gonna
13.
Hey,
Aaron
you,
Rodgers has
you posted
13.69.
your group me. I just saw you posted the group.
Yeah, I thought I posted in the league. We were just talking about it, so I went and looked. I searched the messages for playoffs, and then just started scrolling back.
Yeah.
I thought I had updated the bylaws, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it again, but I did in the league chat. If you're listening in the Hot Sauce League chat, this is what I had posted a while back, and thought I had.
I know.
So there
Yeah,
is a
it's so
payout of
hard.
$250 for the overall champion.
Okay.
So
So
we've
it's so
got-
hard to do it because I didn't see it in the bylaws, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
might not be nothing.
So the other guy that lost this week in that league, his quarterbacks are Herbert and Russell. Ugh, nuh-uh. And he's got Gardner Minshew. Nope, not gonna do that. There's no way I'm gonna get anybody.
Gardner would be somebody that you could look for. I think that's one that could be attainable.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna have to trade a second to do it.
Yeah. I think Minshew could be a starter next year, though.
Where?
Well, there's going to be a dozen spots open.
Isn't he still signed through next year in Philly?
I don't think so. I think he'll be. I'll pull it, but
Because he was a rookie the year before Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, this is no, that was his second year.
His first year was before Lawrence.
I thought his first year was. All right, so let's see here.
Does Matt Stafford play another down of football?
No.
No, he's a UFA. His first year was 2019.
Oh, okay.
So this is his fourth year. He was 2 years before, because he split with Nick Foles, and then he was the starter. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Stafford is done, in my opinion.
That's the last we've seen of him. Baker's the new QB in
I could see that.
Plant.
Yeah,
You could see that, right?
I'll take it. I'm happy for that as a Niners fan.
I
Yeah,
feel
he's
like Baker
happy.
belongs with Sean McVay.
I was fine with Stafford for the Rams too, because the Niners they did well against him.
Kept dominating him.
Yeah.
No, man, if you go and look at who needs quarterbacks, though,
No, there's like 12 or 13, and there's not going to be enough.
It's
It's insane. I mean, I think Jimmy ends up in New York with the Jets.
I would love to see that.
I think it would work really good.
Yep.
But there's a lot of spots, right? There's tons of spots that are going to have open. But
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Colts are going to have a spot. Texans are going to have a spot. Titans could, if they don't win that division. If they win that division, it's going to be hard to move on. Even
if they can't, he's got like 35 million dead cap.
Yeah, but they'll just restructure that. So, you're saying dead cap? I thought he didn't have a whole lot of dead cap. I thought he had a cuttable contract.
No.
I can't remember. Washington could be in. You know, the Rams, Seahawks could be if they don't end up signing Geno.
I think they'll sign Geno.
How good has Geno been? Holy crap!
No, you're right. Tannehill does have
It's a cuttable contract.
It's $18 million in dead cap.
Yeah, but he's got like a $40 million cap hit or something like that.
Yeah,
36.
Yeah, Geno has earned himself a 2 or 3 year deal.
He's going to get the Teddy Bridgewater contract.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think he gets better than that. I think he gets like 25, 30 million.
That's what Teddy got. Teddy got 33 for 60.
He got what?
When Teddy went to Miami,
Really?
3 for 60. Not Miami, to Carolina.
I'm pulling this up. I don't believe it.
I'm pretty sure it was 3 for 60.
I'm pulling Spotrac up. I'm pulling up contracts. I can't possibly believe this.
But Geno's
3 for 63.
Holy
fucking shit!
Told you.
They gave Bridgewater $63 million.
But it was fake, basically. Like
There was only $33 million in guarantees. So
yeah, it was like a 1 year.
Yeah,
but still, that's what Geno's gonna get. Same thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to ask for 2 years guaranteed, right? So he'll ask for 60.
That doesn't mean he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could.
I mean, he's gonna be very similar to the Teddy situation.
I think he could get. I think it could be like a 3 years, 70 or 75, with 45 guaranteed, that kind of thing. So it's like basically 2 years guaranteed, like a little shy of that, but they're not going to cut him, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's completely feasible wherever he is. Seattle's his best bet because they know him, they like him, etc. But Dickey says that Geno has been meh of late. No, Geno was meh last week, but he's been still pretty good.
He also played the number 1 defense in the league last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But he was meh against the atrocious Panthers too.
well, he had three touchdowns, 2 picks, but before that he was.
But that was garbage times. Those three.
Beat the Rams, and he had a 72% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns and a pick.
That's his saving him.
Completion percentage against the Raiders.
He's got the highest completion percentage in
I mean, he's just
league
been
right now.
balling.
Where the hell did Dickey say that?
If you look at his first
Is
7
Jim?
games in his
I
last
want
7
Jim to
games,
jump in here. Is he ready to live vibe?
He's got his whole arm in the
Cow's ass.
in a cow's hole.
Yeah, he's basically tickling a cow's tonsils from the back room over there. That's why he can't log in.
Good boy.
Is that what he said?
Do your job.
Well, that's just what I assume after.
No, I feel like
talking to him
that.
for
So if he's doing it, depends on which hole he's in.
Well, I feel like the cow is in the hole. Maybe the cow is on top of Jim.
Hey, so just so you know, my
I
mom.
feel like Larry's trying to get too much of a visual out of this.
I think so too.
Trying to provide. I want to give something before Mercer speaks. I want to
He
create
said,
the
"What'd
visual
you say about your mom?"
Yeah, I don't know where this is going.
Mercer,
Yeah.
what did you say about your mom? Right after
No,
a cow
I was just saying
conversation.
my mom was raised on a beef cattle farm, and my dad was raised on a dairy cow farm. So I come from a line of farmers, so I understand where Jim is coming from. But get your shit together and jump on the.
He probably has it. He's
Jim
probably
fucked up because Jim got into dairy farming. That's way harder than.
Oh, it is morning and night. My dad never went on a vacation in his entire life.
You
That's
can't
what I
leave
grew
them.
up. Yeah, you can. Well, you can
Well,
if you get
can
robots.
now. They're automated. You can go away a little way.
Well,
whatever.
no, but they were. His dad worked. My grandfather worked at a steel mill, and he woke up in the morning at like 3 a.m., milked the cows, went to the steel mill, worked his day, milked the cows at night, every day for his whole life.
Yep.
That sounds.
I mean,
You
that's
can't
like
skip- you can't
hard
skip
living.
milk sessions.
What?
So they dry up if you start skipping. So you just gotta milk.
Yep.
My wife always says, "I want a milk cow," and I'm like, "No, the fuck you don't, because you don't like working. It's not gonna happen. You do not like. There's no way you're getting up and going and milking a cow every night.
You don't have to do it like at the crack of dawn either. You don't. You set the schedule.
Is
The
Jim a
reason
vegetarian? You think?
Fuck no, he's not.
Is who a
You
vegetarian?
think Jim can sit down and have a nice big fat steak and be like,
Yes, even more so as a farmer, we
so?
can. Yes,
Yeah.
because you
What are
know why?
talking about, Larry?
We know what it takes to make that, and we appreciate that. What that
They've
animal's
seen the
done.
sausage get made. It's cool. Whatever.
We appreciate what that animal went through to supply us food.
supply? Okay.
Larry, this is a lot like farm or like hunting, man.
Anything
Like,
with
once you shoot
anything with
something, the work
anything that
starts.
dies must have a purpose for its death.
That's
An
right.
animal has died for a purpose, and that's
this.
You guys want to know how extreme it's getting around here? I cooked the heart today for dinner.
Oh boy!
Wow, look at that.
Never done that before.
Ruben just got out of the David Koresh
No.
That was fan club meeting.
No.
Watson with a big
Watson,
big
let's
catch,
go.
Oh, he's getting,
Yeah. My wife was not so keen on it. My daughter was like, "Arr, arr, arr." I was just
My dad, when we used to,
apart.
we would growing up, would always slaughter one animal for beef for the freezer every year, and my dad would take all like growing because my dad's I'm first generation in the U.S. My dad's from a small little island in the middle of the Atlantic, and
what's it called? The Howland Islands?
No, the Azores, Portuguese islands off the coast of Portugal.
Wow.
But they would
Cuba.
But you in those kind of countries you eat everything, right? Because you don't know what so he would always get the liver, the tongue, the tail, everything, and that stuff was like, ooh. No,
I can't do liver.
I did liver for a while growing up. I was just do it kind of liver and onions kind of deal, but no thank you, not anymore.
I tried it. I tried it with deer even, and it's just too much for me. It's too iron.
I'm gonna send an offer of Kyler, Tannehill, CEH in a second.
Holy crap!
For Herbert and Minshew.
Oh.
Kyler, Tannehill, CEH in a second for Herbert.
I'm totally turning that down if I'm the Herbert guy.
I'm sure he is.
Kyler's just sour. He's just guy puts his leaves his bad taste in your mouth when you think about Kyler.
I'm sure he will, but what the fuck do I've got to lose? I don't have a quarterback for next week.
And CEH.
Right.
Nobody.
It's points per carry. It's something. I mean, I don't know.
This is one
you
of
have
those
to get
deals.
carries for it to be points per carry.
You're right.
This is one of those deals when
That
you
is a good
see
point.
you see what's on the other side and you're immediately turned off. Like when I see CEH in a deal, I'm just like, why are you sending me CEH? Ruins the whole deal.
I see an offer from Larry Monkey and I'm turned off and I
CEH in on it. The hot sauce league. I'm putting CEH in every offer I send out.
Oh my gosh.
What can I add?
Although Larry, I sent you an offer and I was pleasantly surprised with your counter and I accepted, and then the next day you forgot about it, so I knew you were wasted. Well, you had no idea what he was saying.
He was on the tranquilizers.
No. I was on. Oh, it was like an anesthesia trade. Like I had just had sinus surgery, and there was some anesthesia stuff going on. I think that was one of those anesthesia.
But it was a good
trades.
trade. It was not a bad trade.
Here
we go.
Yes! He got his arm free.
Yeah, he pulled that arm out of there.
Were you using the left or the right, Jim?
The middle. He's doing the middle.
Jim, I've never met you in person. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, partner.
Jim's got like cow.
Guys, send Mercer trades because he's
I've done a lot of trades with Mercer.
Dickie, this is a burning question. Are you like a steak guy, or are you a vegetarian, or like?
I'm a meat eater for sure.
So when you're just like, I'm not getting enough milk out of you, you just boom, hit him over the head. Justin.
There's a fine balance in the dairy world.
Yeah,
we have to be. Yeah, you have to be productive.
If you're not productive, you're going to find a new job, and that job is short term.
I mean, I like to think that.
That's how I'm feeling about my chickens because they're really slacking. If they don't get their act together, I'm replacing them.
Another Watson catch. He's so close to a touchdown. What's the score of that?
I was just about to
say. It's 8 points right now.
Oh, if he scores, it's It might change it, huh?
It will. If he scores, it'll change
Watson's
it.
too close to the end zone to score a touchdown here. Oh,
So, Jim, you're an HQ1, right? Jim, we're watching the HQ1 score.
Larry, are you
where
still
Shane
watching
needs Watson.
the third quarter or something?
No, fourth quarter with the 2-minute warning. What are you watching?
You got very excited there, so I wasn't sure.
Well, because Watson almost caught the pass and came up short.
Came up short.
Yeah, that's the one we just talked about.
Yep.
Dang it.
You're
It's
a
6
little bit
points.
behind.
Fuck.
It's 6 points.
Yeah. 6.25.
6.25.
So a touchdown will do it.
Touchdown will do it. Oh, man.
Is this HQ1 score?
Yeah.
HQ1.
Yeah. Where Shane has been talking about this fucking championship all year long, and now he's running into Dylan's freaking massive lead.
I traded him Watson too for that.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it works for your.
Yeah, you were.
If it's
Wait a minute. Dickie ties right into our prior conversation about, trading Fields at least. You traded Fields for Lamar, right? Or
yeah,
Shane got impatient having Lamar Jackson on his team, and he does what you have to do in a 16-team league. You got to make a fucking move, and he traded Lamar Jackson for what? Justin Fields, and was there another piece or pick?
2/3.
it was basically
Lamar in 2/3 for Fields.
Yeah, but it was more like his initial offer to me was Lamar, and I give up a second, and I was like, no, I don't. I felt like he was trying to leverage me, so I just rebutted it, whatever. But then I was thinking, I was gonna, offer for Lamar, but a handful. But I mean, it's a trade. It's a 1-for-1 trade off for me. It feels like
right, with just a little bit of because a third in a 16-teamer is pretty weak.
No,
so
it's nonsense.
But Lamar is greater than Fields.
Yeah, I made the same deal in a similar deal moving Fields for Lamar in another league. So I'm there.
I don't think they're that far apart. I mean, Fields just put up 30 points, and he's kind of done that a lot this season.
Did Watson just score? What's the score right now?
He did not score yet, unless we're on a delay.
Right now they're
6 points. It's 6.25 is what it is.
Oh man,
it's third and second.
Hey,
Jim must be ahead.
We're good in HQ6. We are good in HQ6. Hopefully one week of
what happened?
Jesus, that's atrocious.
Uh-oh. I am assuming Watson did not.
I'm assuming an interception.
No, not that bad. But
what can we guess?
It's like Baker just took over. It's like Baker took over Aaron Rodgers' body and threw that pass.
Well, if you've watched Aaron Rodgers play this year, you know that's normal. That's part of
he's just holding his arm right after he did that.
Watson was probably supposed to.
They're going for it.
Rodgers is like, you got to turn around.
He threw it at his feet, though. You can't catch that shit. All right, throw it to Watson.
He's holding his forearm. He's going to forearm.
I think that's on Watson. He's supposed to be turning around.
Yeah, that would have hit him right in the fucking chest.
I'm not even watching the game.
Watson didn't know the play.
Me neither. I don't know what you're talking about. Just let me know how it ends.
They got a first down. It was 3rd and 2 at the 3-yard line. They got a first down.
I like
it was
to see
4th and 2.
Oh, 4th and 2. Yes, you're right. 4th and 2. It was 3rd and 2, and he threw it at Watson's feet.
For the record, I'm rooting for Shane.
For the record, I'm rooting for Dylan. I'm going for the listeners. I'm all about the listeners.
Yeah,
I think
even though Dylan threw me under the bus,
I feel like I gotta root for Shane because like you guys are the parents of the coast to coast.
This is like
podcast.
A lineage.
Yes,
and Shane and those guys are grandparents.
Yeah,
so I gotta root for the grandparents.
That's funny.
Yeah, I want my trade to like mean something, be accomplished.
No, I'd like the guy that picked up an orphan to advance. Good for him. That's good drafting.
Well, yeah, but I orphaned with him, and he's better than me, so I'm a little bitter.
Fuck that guy, right?
Just a little bit better.
I was in that draft. You got Josh Allen. Fuck that guy.
He's just a little bit better. Jim. Just a
Was
little.
that the first? Was that the first
yeah.
pick in the dispersal? Was Josh
Yeah,
Allen?
I mean, that was the biggest separation in that whole dispersal. It's like Josh Allen and everybody else.
This is why.
Oh, he took a
auctions are
fucking knee.
What?
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, it's
That's I
They
was
got
trying
the
to figure
first
out why
down.
they were going. No, I was trying to figure out why they were still going
down.
for it because they needed to get past the 2-minute warning and get a first down.
yeah, it's game.
No, that's over. Sorry, Shane.
Oh god.
Shane needs a
Shane's
monster
gonna
like
be
3
so
like
pissed.
5 stat corrections.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Like 5, like a million stat
Wow.
corrections.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna resend that. I'm gonna change. I sent that offer I told you guys, but not with CEH. I changed it for Renfro. I don't think that makes a big difference, but I'm gonna do instead of a second, I'm gonna do a first.
I like Renfro over CEH in a trade, like the visual aspect.
Yeah, but
I
I
think
do Renfro and a first now. This time, a 24 first though.
for who?
For Herbert and Minshew. I'm putting both of them out there.
Put your best foot forward.
Fuck it. I don't think I can win this. The guy that's like number 1 in this league, he's like 13-1, and he's won it like twice.
Wow.
I have the league where I scored like 286 points. Though 2 weeks before that, I scored 244 and 241. Both of those are top 25 all-time scores in the league. This is the third year of the league. So this is the league where I traded. I don't know if you guys have listened to recent episodes where I traded for all the wide receivers, and I traded for Josh Allen. So I'm just like hammering people over the head. If
That's
I
nice.
lose in that league, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
Oh, I think do I get to play you, Jim, next week in the home league?
No,
Oh,
Because-
you're the second
because
seed.
you have because you're
Sixth
the
seed.
worst. Yeah, you're the 6th seed, so you get to play.
You'll play the 1 seed.
Yep. I got in on points. I was like 6 and 8, but I had the third highest points.
You know why I'm excited about that is because the guy that has Justin Hurts Hurts is
Jalen Hurts, yeah, he's the 3.
That's
Yeah,
who
you're
you
gonna
get to play, huh?
Yep. So there's a chance we might meet in the championship, my friend,
Hey now.
because I can. I think I can take the guy in first.
Oh yeah, you have your running back. I can't think of him. CMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already like visualizing that one. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah,
If it
yeah.
can happen.
Who would have on DDL4?
DDL4?
I think Scott beat Dogtown, didn't he?
He did. Let's fold it. God. I hate that league.
I'm not folding that thing. I've got 2 firsts. I'm not folding it.
Nah, I know.
One of them's Larry's.
I traded for first.
Oh, one of them's Larry's. So
Yeah.
super
Try to get
early.
it back.
DDL4 is the bane of my existence.
It's the bane of everybody's. Just 14 teams start 13, baby.
I really hate that league.
The funny thing is, DDL3 is probably the same amount of starters if we did the math.
It's 16 and 11, right?
Yeah, so it's basically the same.
Which
pretty
let's
close.
see here, 16 times 11 is
So
176. 13 times 14, 182. So
It's really close.
Yeah. HQ1 is also 16 and 11.
Those two are hard. It's just hard. It's a lot.
Oh God, it's
Yeah.
miserable.
I don't know what to do in DDL3. I don't even know which way to. I mean, I've run it into the ground at this point.
Speaking of like DDL3, did you see the douchebag that in HQ, the same guy from HQ5 that didn't start, and he actually commented like in HQ5 this week?
No.
Well, he was in the HQ chat a little while ago.
Yeah. He was in there.
HQ.
So we had a guy in DDL3 at the beginning of the season, like right when during the
It's early.
Devy draft, because it's a Devy draft. He basically he wasn't reading the bylaws kind of deal. And we were giving him shit, and then he threatened Way and threatened Justin. So
He threatened Way, and then I piped in. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you keyboard warrior or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and then I just kicked him out. And he was in 3 of my leagues. I kicked him out of there, and then I kicked him out of another league. And then he posts in the – he was in HQ
He was in
DNC,
HQ DNC.
and he posts like, oh, you forgot one. And I was like, oh, yeah? Bye. But he's still in HQ. He's in HQ5.
Yeah, that's because you don't run that one.
No.
Who is that? Who?
That fantasy guy. And he didn't start shit all like the last 2 weeks in HQ5. He didn't start anybody.
No.
And it almost cost Shane the 101 by 20 points.
Yeah. Oh, was he trying to get? He was trying to bench guys for the 101.
I don't know about trying to. He successfully did.
Wasn't
that,
paying attention.
Oh,
wait,
whatever.
He's a patron, and he does all this shit.
Oh, he's a
technically he did win in 2020 because that fantasy guy has his it's like TFG 2020 HQ5 champ, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he's got, but he's a douche.
Agreed.
Well, yeah.
I'm there too. I hope he listens.
And so do I.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
No, he is a douche. That guy started in with me a long time ago. And I was kind of going back and forth with Shane. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this clown? Like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. What are you going to do? So what's this Brock Purdy business, Ruben?
He's the greatest quarterback ever, man. Like, he's better than Tom Brady. He already beat him, so.
Is he better? But is he better than Trey Lance, who no one even knows?
The biggest. So here's the thing with Purdy is he has 4 years of starting in a college. He started for 4 years
compared to one year of Lance.
Yeah, I mean, he threw for as many passes and 4 times as he threw for 12,000 yards at Iowa State. I'm not saying he played the best of the best, but he had 4 years of experience. If you watch that game on Thursday night, you could see that he didn't get flustered. Like, he was passing up third reads. He's going through progressions and not getting flustered. I mean, even that touchdown to Kittle, where Kittle basically kind of falls down and gets back up, where he fakes it to the right and then fakes it to the left and then throws it to Kittle. I mean, you don't see a lot of rookie guys doing that. I mean, there's going to be tape on him. They're going to catch up to him some. I'm not holding my breath on him, but I've been pretty impressed with what he's done so far. I mean, I don't know how you can't be to come in and do what he's done and not. I mean, he's like 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, I think, in the 3 games, basically. Call it 3 games. He's a much more athletic and agile Jimmy G from that aspect.
Well, here's the only thing about it, and I saw this the other day, and I'm trying to look up his on-target percentage. It's low.
Yeah, he has, but he's got a lot of weapons. Got a lot of weapons there, and they're using the shit out of CMC in the beginning of the game, and then kind of letting them go chill out afterwards. So, I mean, to take over and beat Miami, right? And then beat Tampa, who has a pretty good defense, and then go up to Seattle, which is a hard pace to play.
Yeah.
And not really make mistakes. Granted, he did throw a couple balls that should have been picks. There was one against Tampa that got called back for DPI, and then there was one against Seattle. The guy dropped in the middle. So he just doesn't have to make too many mistakes, and that defense is, I mean, they don't let anybody score. The Chiefs scored 44 against them 7 games ago or whatever it was, 7 games ago. I don't think they've given up 44 since then or something like that. Yeah. So it's
here's what I want to know, Jim. How
Yes.
are you a 49ers fan being from New York? How are you a 49ers?
I'm not a 49ers fan.
No.
I'm disagreeing with Ruben because everything he says is the 49er knowledge that I know. But yeah, I'm not a 49er fan.
Who do you root for?
I don't root for anybody.
That's a good fantasy player right there. That's why he's my co-owner.
Wow.
Don't root for anybody.
You don't root for anyone. What is that? How does that even make any sense?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
well,
like that.
It does if you've look, maybe you should try it as a Jets fan.
Yeah,
sure.
I should. Jim, where do you and your cows live?
Like 20 minutes from me.
Yeah, they're right down the road
They're
from
20 minutes
Ruben.
away from each
Down the
other.
road from
So
Ruben.
he actually works for the dairy I grew up on. He's like, my dad was the manager 30 years ago.
So have you ever hung out
Yes.
for football?
No.
What?
I saw him the other day.
They were arms deep together.
Yeah.
I was at the
I had
dairy
Ruben come up to me in a meeting and slam a different hat on my head in the middle of a meeting. Just like come up to me, and I think he was a presenter, and just, I mean, I was.
Well, you're wearing the competition's fucking hat, and we invited you, and we were serving food. So fuck yeah, I was gonna take the hat off.
Wear a cow costume, like you could be the head, and Ruben can be the rear.
Yeah, no, we're good.
The hindquarters.
We put on a meeting with lunch and presenters, and he shows up with the competition's hat on, and I have to go and take it off and put on.
Unbeknownst to me, because I'm freaking on a dairy, and I just throw any hat that's near me.
So Ruben, you hooked him up with some swag or what?
I gave him the hat.
Probably took it back afterward.
No,
He gave him 3. It was his hat though.
We did give him 3 more the other day, or 4 maybe.
Yep, and all the milkers are wearing them right now.
I'm sure they are. And they're very happy.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So Brock Purdy, again, what do you want to do with him? Justin seems to think he's not going to be anywhere, but on the 49ers like practice squad next year.
Oh no, he's not. I mean, he's going to be the. Okay, so best base case. What's the best case scenario with Brock Purdy?
Absolute best case scenario is Trey Lance gets hurt again and he gets to start another 10 games next year.
Best case scenario, they win, right? They win it all, right?
Sure, and he's still not the starter.
How do you not put him? Have at least a competition in the preseason?
I think you can call it a competition all you want, but they spent 3 firsts on Trey Lance.
Do you think Kyle gives a shit?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Otherwise, they would have started Jimmy G this year.
They didn't start him because they didn't bring him in till the season started already. Basically, preseason had been going, and he didn't have anything going. He barely had been throwing. It was rigged. It was rigged for Trey Lance. Yeah. The only reason they brought back Jimmy is because they were not too sure about Trey. I'm sure in the preseason. Like I want to win. I want to win. Like I just want to win.
Yeah, you're the Niners guy.
I want to win.
Are you holding Purdy? Or are you trading him?
Oh, I'll trade him. I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing: is I played fantasy football. I don't give a shit if you're on my team or not.
I get it.
You're gone. If you give me the right offer, I'll sell.
But
I'll send you the kids too.
Are you sneakily holding on to some Purdy just in case?
No.
You don't care but you think he's just going to go into a competition with Lance next season?
That's the best case scenario.
That's the absolute best case scenario. Like they win the Super Bowl and they have to make it a fair competition.
Yeah. He's the backup next year.
They win the Super Bowl. Trey Lance is the fucking backup.
If they win the Super Bowl with Purdy in the offseason, there's going to be people trying to get Purdy for a second for sure, and no one's going to trade him for a second.
No, they're going to trade Trey Lance.
Trade Lance?
The Niners will trade Lance?
If Purdy won the Super Bowl, I think they'd have to trade Trey Lance.
Well, they did it with Carson Wentz. I mean, they stayed true to Carson Wentz. This is just like how Brady
but the difference between Carson Wentz and Trey Lance is Trey Lance has never had a season like Carson had that year that they won the Super Bowl.
Carson actually was a good quarterback
until he got hurt.
And
then people were. So what Doc Rivers, right? Was one always says be better than your problems. And when he was hurt, he became not as good as his problems, and everybody hated him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that dude was he was the MVP.
He would have been the MVP. Yeah. Even if
Shane. Okay, so let's play the game, folks. Shane Manila, big loser.
Jeez.
Today, 6 points.
Brutal.
What's the game?
If he had sat Bam Knight and started Latavius Murray, he would have won by 22 points.
Well, if if I just had Miles Sanders and play, anybody, you can do that in a lot of places, man.
Well, I just feel like doing it right
Jeez.
now. If he started Salvan Ahmed instead of,
if he would have just started basically Murray over Watson, he would have won it yesterday, not have to worry about today.
Right. Yeah.
if Shane had started Mitchell Wilcox.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God! Are you
instead
serious?
of Bam Knight, he would have won.
We're gonna play that game. We're
wow.
really if Shane had started a guy who's not even supposed to be rostered, he would have won.
Okay, so Zach Moss kind of had a resurgence. What was that all about?
That was a
JT got hurt.
went down.
Yeah, but so going into the next 2 weeks, if you've got, do you trust Zach Moss or is it Deion Jackson?
It's Deion Jackson. As the game went on, Deion Jackson took that back over.
I didn't. I just had because I didn't see any of it.
Zach Moss was
seen this
carrying
before.
the ball at the end.
We've seen this before at Buffalo, where it's going to be Moss, and then what happened?
Well,
Okay, I have a shit ton of Deion Jackson and zero Zach Moss, or one Zach Moss.
Deion, right?
I have one Zach Moss. I know Deion got that touchdown.
We have at least one Deion, right? Right, Justin?
But Moss,
That's right. We just traded for him. Let's hope he does well.
Right.
You just traded.
Although
for
I
Deion
don't
Jackson.
know if we should start him over our other guys.
Yeah, but we lost JT for the high ankle sprain, and we offered third for Deion. We got him today.
Yeah, no, and we have Ramondre, we have Pollard, we have AJ Dillon. So, we'll see.
But can I just say that Zach Moss got 24 carries?
I know he did.
I know the game script kind of dictated a running the ball for the Colts, but still.
Did they forget to change the script though when the Vikings started scoring?
Yeah.
Oh man, Jonathan Taylor would have had such a day that day if he'd not been. It's a shame.
Wow. DDL4 Dogtown lost by 0.22 points.
Oof.
Ugh.
To who?
Scott A. He lost in the championship last year by 0.94.
So Scott A is quitting fantasy according to everything he puts out. He's quitting 75% of his league.
He said this last year too.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, you're the one guy that's like most talkative.
Well, yeah,
Look, all I can say is that the portfolio style has to be a grind.
It is.
It just has to be because it's not like you're getting to root for anybody. You're just.
Oh, he's a portfolio guy?
Yeah, he's definitely a portfolio guy. That's tough. I just can't imagine it.
It's
doing it years. Like I could see doing it for a couple years, but doing it for like 5, 6, 7 years would just be. I couldn't do it.
I don't know. I like rooting for guys.
It's a mental grind for sure.
I just like my kids will be watching a game. My kids like, who do you want to win? I go, I don't care. Just score points. Everybody.
Yes. Just keep going.
Everybody score points. I want every game to be 30 plus points for each team.
I want the over in every game.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than unless it's the Niners, then
I mean I look, that's a part of my decision making process when I'm like, if I have like a difficult start sit decision, I'll look at who's home, who's away, what the over under is. Like I take all that stuff for the.
Oh god, I don't have time for that shit. 35 leagues, I can't. No,
well, that's a lot of leagues, bro.
I only do that like at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. is the time when I do all the defense research and all the.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday morning, Sunday morning.
I just put Zach Moss as a trade bait. What are you looking for, Zach Moss? What do you want for Zach Moss?
$3 in fab.
Yeah. Whatever.
If I
you
have
get
Zach
for him.
Moss and
Anything.
I'm not in the playoffs, who am I trade? What am I looking for in return?
A third. If you could get a third for Zach Moss.
God, if you got a third, you need to
I mean, if you're going to be greedy, a third.
Let me tell you guys, you guys just broke Larry's heart because he's like, I'm not selling for less than a second. He's a league winner.
League winner,
Yeah,
baby.
okay,
Zach Moss.
Good luck with
I
that.
hear this every week, guys. I'm just letting you know.
I put up Derrick Henry in a PPC league because I'm out of it. And guy asked me what I wanted, so I gotta go see what he's got.
Ooh, I mean, Derrick Henry, you said?
Yeah.
Standard answer would be 24 first.
If it's Shark Tank, get Swift plus.
No, I don't want Swift.
Yeah, I don't want Swift either. You really want Swift?
Hell no. I got offered that to now. I don't want Swift.
Henry's Mercer, you want Justin? You want DeAndre Swift on your roster?
I'll take Swift. Fuck it, sure, hell yeah, man.
Let's see.
He's young.
Man. You guys guys really love 12 touches a week, huh?
He's got B. It's got Devi. I should offer him for Bijan. See how bad he wants to win.
I think Swift is the guy that you want to get, just like how we thought Jacobs was done. We thought all these other. You want the running backs that are in the same tier. They have the potential, like Gibson and everybody else. They have those.
Let's see. Jacobs at least had been getting touches. He wasn't being phased into a 1B role or a backup role. 65-35. Small-sided split. Swift is getting 12, 13 touches a game, and
Swift has 78 carries, 36 receptions with 54 targets. So 54 and 78, and he missed 1, 2.
He's played 11 games.
11 games.
And he's averaging 7 carries a game, and 5 targets and 3 catches a game.
Yeah.
In the last 3 games, they've been using him more too.
Jim. He got 8 carries, 6 carries, 14 carries.
Or how they're using him.
4 targets.
I can tell you because my Jay Williams shares have been getting 3 points, 2 points.
Yeah, well, that's just because he hadn't scored touchdowns. I feel that pain.
Yeah.
He's not.
Thank you. I am not. I do not want to trade Henry for Swift. Why does this guy want Henry, though? He's not even in the playoffs.
I had the same situation, and then the guy, I don't know if y'all listened last week, the guy traded me. He traded for Brock Purdy.
I did.
And he wasn't in the playoffs.
Yeah, I listened to that. I was like,
and then he apologized in the league chat and was like, sorry, I didn't set a lineup. Or sorry, I thought I had Zach Wilson starting, had Mike White in there. I hate rolling out a lineup like that. It's like, wait, we're not in the playoffs, man. You don't have to set a lineup.
Buddy.
I don't understand. Did you think
this guy is 5-9, not in the playoffs? He's in the toilet bowl, but whatever.
Is there a 13th pick or whatever?
Yeah, but it's Devi. It's like,
so it's really worthless.
I mean, it's not like there's not a lot of Devi players owned. There's only 30 or 48.
Yeah, but that basically turns that into a third rounder.
Yeah, but he wants.
Early third.
Why would he want Henry when he's? I mean, I feel like I have to send an offer for Bijan. I feel like I do.
Does he have Bijan?
Yeah. So why does he want Henry?
That's Mark.
I should just do it. Fuck it.
Just send it. Just fucking
Marky Mark.
Fucking send it. Fucking send this shit.
What are you looking for?
Let's see what he says.
There's no way.
Derrick Henry for Bijan Robinson?
Dude, you never know. These people.
Everyone rags on me for fucking trash trades. This is what we're talking about right now.
Larry, don't let us dive into your trash trades.
Of all the people to be like, I can't believe you would send that offer, Larry. Dude, Monkey.
I got dirt on all you motherfuckers. Man.
Should I show the freaking shit you sent me in DDL4?
You have dirt?
All you bitches.
What dirt do you have on me?
What dirt do you have?
Oh, this fucker.
I knew
You've got an offer right now for me in the hot sauce. It's going to sit there till the fucker expires.
Your dirty trades.
Offering Javonte Williams for my Trey Lance.
I let him.
Hand him over.
No.
Really?
Javonte Williams is going to outscore Trey Lance next year.
And his bum leg?
Dude, is Trey Lance ever just a bum? He's just a full body bum.
Okay, you owe me your first round pick if that doesn't happen. And I owe you my first pick.
Javonte Williams?
I smell a bet.
Larry offered me Cam Akers and Josh Jacobs for his 105 back a week ago.
That sounds pretty good.
Are you competing?
I was competing then, but not close.
Okay,
you're out of the playoffs,
Jacobs,
though, right?
You were still a potential guy at one point.
I had already done the math. I was out of it. I had to
I don't think
even
you
if
were
I won two.
mathematically out of
Oh
it.
yeah, because Scott, because it was 7 and the last 2 were by points, and
I was
Scott
about
A
to
had
say like 7 guys.
yeah, but the last 2 were on points, and I was like 3 guys behind on points.
Oh, sorry then for that offer.
Love you, Larry.
That fucking
Larry,
Justin said he'd
here's
like
the
to
thing:
have.
is I don't give a shit. I don't get offended. I
Well,
don't.
neither do
care.
I, dude.
We just have fun,
I'm
right?
only here
Everybody
to
sends
talk
me
shit
shit
to
offers
Larry.
too.
We all do shit offers.
When I see one, I'm just like, most of the time I'm just like, oh, here comes a shit trade, and I love it's nice to be pleasantly surprised, but more often than not, you just like, what the
Wait,
fuck is
you
that?
literally go into every trade like, oh, here comes a shit trade. I'm like,
Yeah.
a trade, and then I get disappointed. You're like, oh, trade, and then you hope to be pleased.
I get
Dude.
excited when I see some of the league names are too long for the email. Like you can, and it just says trade, and it's actually the trade bait, and you're like, oh,
I know, yeah. When it's trade bait, oh, fucking.
you're like, damn it.
I mean, would you offer 2 seconds for Deshaun Watson?
Would I offer 2 seconds?
It depends what time of year it is.
I mean, it was just 2 weeks ago. We just had this in the group chat.
Oh gosh, yeah. I forgot about this.
That was a week ago.
Run DFF trying to fucking get a hold of Sean.
No, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have posted.
You're all
That was a good burn, Jim.
It's for fun.
Trades.
Of course we do.
You got to see this. I'm in this my home league, my dynasty league. Oh God, my home dynasty league. The trades offers that I get are just. You think my offers are bad?
Well, you should see our home
know
leagues
what
are
happened?
worse.
Rudy.
You know what happens? Larry gets an offer in his home league, and he's like, "I'm gonna try that in my other league."
Dude, I wouldn't
You need to
even.
do
I
it
wouldn't even. It's not. I wouldn't even go that far.
You can't take Jim and I'm sure everybody has a home league, but Jim and I have a home league that it's the same thing, Larry. It's like you get the offers you get from people. You're like, what planet are you on?
Like they haven't figured out 3rd round picks are worthless.
Yeah,
that's like.
Or they want
own another trade.
The guy wanted 103 for DeAndre Hopkins. I'm like, no.
The best thing about that is that we have like a short-term memory, and we forget that we just did the worst trade offer, and 2 seconds later we're giving another trade offer to the same guy. I mean,
Right.
You have to have short-term memory. Yeah, some of the trades I get.
Bring myself to completely sell out my future in the first round of the playoffs. I just can't do it.
No, I mean I get it.
I'll do it in week 17, rolling in, but I can't be like, you know what? I'm going to go for it this week, see what happens, and then end up giving away all the youth.
Nope, that's exactly. Like I said, with the Warzone league I'm in right now, I advanced to the 2nd round. Now it's like, okay, let me see if I can fill my tight end spot with a legit guy.
What are you doing, Ruben, in our home league? Are you gonna? I mean, you have so many liquid
Which
assets
one?
In Armchair.
Well, I'm fine. I should be fine because I didn't lose any of the quarterbacks this week, so I'm okay. And Lamar will be back, and I got Cousins and Watson, and then I've got good wide receivers. Huh?
Is Lamar coming back?
He's supposed to play next week.
I don't know.
I'm going to bed, guys.
See ya.
I'm not long for this
All
show
right.
either because I got to pack
baby.
the car up and then.
Oh man, this will work out. I'm just gonna cut it in half. I'm not even gonna edit it.
I got to go put a carcass in a trash bag.
So you're getting this deer head mounted? Like you went to a taxidermy?
Are you getting it side? What are you doing? Did you pick it?
Shoulder mount. I'm getting shoulder mount.
Hold on. There's mount difference.
Well, the way they pose the deer, like you could have it straight, you could have them off doing this, whatever.
You could just do it the skull.
Yep. So this is my first big deer.
That's
my first actual decent deer.
How many points?
12.
Ooh, is that impressive?
10 you get 10 scoreable points And then here in Mississippi, in a lot of places, if you can hang a ring on it, it's a point. And I got 2 that are about probably 3/4 of an inch or an inch. So
Where are you going to put it?
I have a vaulted ceiling here in this living room, and it goes up, and then there's a flat spot right there that hopefully it'll fit. So it'll be like way up.
So let's get the wife when you were just like, yeah, I'm going to take this to the taxidermy. I'm going to.
Oh no, my wife knew. We had already discussed if I ever got a good deer, it was going to go up there. So that had already been discussed. Like we don't have I got a couple things from my dad in the garage hanging up,
like heads.
Yeah, a big ram that he killed and a javelina.
Ooh, a ram?
Yeah,
nice.
Where'd he catch that?
In Texas.
Oh,
you don't catch them, Larry.
Yeah,
you shoot them.
Exactly. Larry
you murdered them. I forgot, Ruben. Thank you.
Larry's running after. Can you imagine Larry running after?
Larry has never killed a deer is because he tries to catch them first. Yeah. But no, those won't come inside. But my deer will make it up there. And no, my wife immediately knew I was going to take it to the taxidermist. Like it wasn't even like, okay, that's going to the taxidermist.
Who was your first person that you texted the headshot to? Was it who was your first?
I actually called my wife first, and then I called my buddy that I hunt with, and then I called my stepmother, who was my dad's wife.
Wow, this is a big deal, man.
Hell yeah, you get a big sucker like that. That's
the order you call it.
Yeah, you
got
your
wife, your buddy, and then your mom.
My dad's wife, my dad's widow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then I started calling all my buddies.
Then you start sending pictures.
And the problem was it wouldn't go via text, so I had to send them via Facebook Messenger to some people. Like I called my wife, and she was like, "I didn't get it," and I was like, "Well, let me do this," and I sent it via Messenger, and went through. And then she was like, "Did you get something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And I have one on camera. And she goes, "Did you get the one on camera?" I was like, "No, I didn't. I got a bigger one." So, yeah, it was fun.
Wow. I got so I had a buddy in high school, and in his room, above his waterbed, he had a deer. I don't know where he got it up. He definitely didn't kill the deer himself. I doubt he did, but he had a deer hanging out above his whatever. So anyway, we have this new.
He killed it himself. Like there's multiple people that's killing the deer.
I don't think he killed it. I don't think he killed it himself or with a posse. I don't know. Who knows? I guess it's a good question. I'll follow up with this dude maybe one day.
Sure, you will.
So,
do you remember his name?
Yeah, of course. He's one of my best friends, man. Growing up. So he's having a New Year's Eve party. And his parents are out or whatever. It's a New Year's Eve, and he's just like, I want to make sure there better be some panties on those antlers tonight. Somebody better. He makes this declaration like this is everybody's goal. There better be some panties around those antlers tonight at some point. So long story short, we run into his underwear drawer because there was no panties going on. His fucking tighty whities on the antlers.
Yes. Yeah, like you can't be any creepier than being like, I want to see panties on these antlers. Well, every girl around is like.
Let me provide some context. This did not happen last week or recently.
No, but it would still creep a girl out.
We were in high school. It was in high school.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, he probably didn't kill the deers. That's the reason that's why.
I had a deer head above my bed. I also did not ask people to hang their underwear on it.
Did you have a water bed underneath the?
No. I did not.
Have you ever had a water bed?
No, my parents had a water bed.
Oh, I bet they did.
And then my dad, hey, they got 2 kids for a reason, man. It is what it is. They had 2 kids. No, water beds were the worst, though.
Oh God, those things. We thought they were so cool.
I wonder how many health problems they caused. Like I slept in a water for a year and it caused cancer.
Probably, but everything does. You're the commercial. You're on. Did you do this? Yes. Oh, you might have cancer. No fucking shit.
I got fibromyalgia from the waterbed. I swear.
Fibromyalgia.
I'm calling. What's it called? Damn it! I forgot the name of it.
Mesothelioma or whatever.
Yeah. What else have I got? Man, I got all kinds of shit from waterbed. Sure.
All right. If you put too much water in them, you sleep.
You guys should have been sending offers to Mercer while he was on, because he was lit up.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Oh,
I'm gonna hear about that with that Western PA that he lived in, the sticks. He was dairy farm related and cow farm related, right?
That's what he said.
Dairy cow farm related and what?
Beef. His
and beef. Yeah,
his mom grew up on a beef farm and his dad grew up on a dairy or something like that. Something to that
Yep.
effect.
that's right.
I didn't get too
Yeah.
didn't pay
Good
too much
story,
attention.
Mercer. All right. We wrapping it up. Everyone
Well,
wants
let's
to
give an update on what happened this week in the Hot Sauce Listener League.
Oh yeah.
So I lost to Extra Hot.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Who's Extra
Kaboom beat Sucker Punch.
All right, kaboom.
Britt beat Goat Dynasty, and
Ooh.
Troy gets by Policy Gronks.
Oh, that's why Troy was like, good game. If he lost, he wasn't going to say good game.
Yeah.
Only when he wins. Yes or no? Is Troy saying good game if he loses?
Yeah, probably not. So Benny J.
Not with 2 seconds. God damn it.
Let's see who gets through to the next round. Let's see.
You gotta wait for all the
Super
emails to
duper.
start coming.
Oh yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Damn it,
Good
kid.
about 30 minutes. Ding 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 ding. And then again on Thursday.
Mercer, Super Duper, and Benny J. and who's going to be the last one? I don't know. Gets through to the overall championship. I got to look.
Oh yeah, because that's all play, right? So that's just points.
It is. So I got to like really.
And Mercer's
look
got like 221.
Yep.
Who's
Benny J.
Mercer gonna play though? Who does Mercer play next week?
Is Mercer in or out?
He's in because
He's in. He had a bye.
He had a bye. So
Ooh.
he's gonna play. No, he's not.
I don't know. I got to
Kaboom.
look.
He's gonna play extra hot because Kaboom was a 6 seed.
Wait, who? I thought Mercer was one. No,
Mercer's
Beaver
two.
was the one seed.
The
Yeah.
sweaty beaver was one.
What did Eddie do this week? Did he have a good week or no? Let's see. 146. No, he's out.
Ooh, he's out of the top thing.
Yeah, he gets the bye, and he could be playing for a championship, but he's out of the overall. He could be playing for a division championship, but out of the overall.
Not out of the overall.
The interesting part about it.
Well, that's how you had to kind of do it to not start in week 14.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's very similar to the HQ DNC league, but I started in week 14.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like one extra week of stress, damn it. It wasn't that stressful last week because me and Mambo were so far removed from, I can't remember who else was in there. But then,
yeah.
Motherfucker.
That is such a hard league. That 20.
yeah. I'm really broken about that one. That sucks. That one in HQ1, I was really feeling strong about those two teams. And then
How about I end the broadcast and we can talk offline? Or you got to
Sounds
go?
good.
Everyone's going, right?
No, I'm fine with that. I'm good staying, but you can end it.
Larry's like, I don't want anybody to hear any more
Oh, no,
shit.
that's fine. I'm just, for editing purposes. I'm not going to edit this. Fuck it. I'm going to break it into two shows, though.
It's fine. But
All
yeah,
right.
we can call it. We can wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. All right, bitches. Let's get the fuck out of here. Thanks for listening to the Dynasty Hot Sauce Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.